Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing May favorites. I am so excited because I have a little bit of everything this month. I have some skincare that I'm obsessed with. I've got the most beautiful dress that I cannot wait to share with you, as well as some favorite makeup items and perfume. So if you are interested in seeing my May favorites, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I just came back from getting my hair done. We did a little bit more of a blunt cut that I'm really liking, especially for summer. And nope, I can never style it the way that he does, but I'm very grateful to Daniel Cummings. He is my hair guy, and I've had a few of you who live local asking me where I get my hair done. And Daniel is amazing, and you will also have so much fun, like a good hair sesh. So always love that. But we were just chatting all things skincare, beauty, and fragrance together. And I'm going to go ahead and start with some skincare that I have been using for the past month plus that I literally am obsessed with. So the number one product that I have to recommend to you is from Caglia right here, and this is her Forté serum. And I literally had been seeing so many ads on Instagram, all the awards that she has won for this serum. And this is a stem cell serum. And I have to tell you, I just completely fell in love with the serum. I've also had a few of you asking me what I've been doing with my skin lately, and I have sort of simplified my routine. I'm somebody who is a skincare junkie, and from time to time I just kind of want to simplify my routine. I call myself a maximalist. I love my skincare regimes, and I do have several different brands that I will kind of mix and match from. But I'm about to travel. We're heading out to Rome tomorrow, so I am trying to squeeze this in real quick, and I wanted to kind of just simplify my routine because we're going to be gone for a couple weeks. And so this is your one and done serum. It literally can wipe out your vitamin C, your retinol. This includes peptides, it includes hydrating properties. So pretty much I've been able to put my cocktail of serums aside and just use this, and it is so awesome. So basically I take a dropper full in the morning and in the evening, and it has the best texture. It's kind of one of my favorite kind of serums that are a little bit more watery, similar to Biologique Recherche serum, quintessential serums, because those kind of just sink right into the skin and I feel like they work. And then I will come here, and then I'm just going to give my hand a little serum here, and it just sinks right in. I don't want to waste any of this good stuff. So here's the deal. Yes, this is an expensive serum, but I truly think it is worth it. And with her simplified routine, it is actually more economical than the things that I'm personally using already. So although this is expensive, I am seeing results. And my skin personally just loves this serum. I don't know if I just needed to kind of mix it up, but I just feel like I've just been getting everything I need in this one and done serum. And then what I will do is I'm going in with her Caglia, her Soufflé moisturizer. I have used this in the past. I've used her skincare in the past, so this is not a brand new brand to me. I just had yet to go down the rabbit hole with the Forté serum. And then I will put that serum on. I will put on her Soufflé moisturizer, which is just lovely. I just feel like this is not like tons of bells and whistles. It's just like exactly what it says it's gonna do. It's gonna hydrate your skin. It's very soothing to the skin. So Sometimes if I have fussy skin, I've always liked having like a little jar of this in my house because it's just such a great all-around moisturizer. And then I will go in with the Daily Botanical Serum and just use a couple drops. I'm a fan of facial oils, so I really enjoy this. I'll come in with a couple drops of this, and then you seal it all in together, like you do the oil on top of the moisturizer. And again, this just has all of the good oils, a really nice face oil that has all the good stuff in it. And then that is your morning routine. So essentially, if you cleanse your face well at night, you don't need to wash your face in the morning. And I absolutely love, I'm somebody who loves to do a double cleanse at night. And this is her Neroli Cleansing Oil. This is like having a spa experience in the evening. So if you're someone like myself and you like either a balm or an oil to like take off your makeup, this one is absolutely lovely, and it takes off all your makeup. It's just, you can take like a few minutes to kind of massage your skin, and it's just like a spa-like experience. It smells amazing. So good. But I have been using this 4-step skincare routine. And of course, I always in the morning, I'm going to add the most important step, SPF. We'll get to that in a minute. But this has been my obsession for the past month. This is the routine I'm going to take with me to Europe, but I've just been kind of craving just a little simpler routine, kind of a little bit of a mix-up. And that is what I have been using lately. This is not a sponsored ad. I bought this with my own money, but the brand did reach out to me and they did give me a discount code, which I'm so excited to share with you. So it is Abby15, and I just am so thrilled to have a permanent code. So I am literally filming and packing at the same time. So I am packing my skincare into my little Vera Bradley travel bags. Clearly my brain is not working on all cylinders today, but that has been my favorite skincare from the past month. And I absolutely love the I Am Me campaign from Jones Road. And along with that campaign, they sent these readers from Caddis, and I just fell in love with these. So I'm going to leave all the details of these ones because so many of you were asking me about these awesome readers. This brand is something that I had seen again on Instagram, had been curious about them, and I'm here to tell you that these are absolutely worth the price. They're just really sturdy. They, of course, help me read the small labels and such, but they're really comfortable, and I find them to be sort of cool and chic. So really loving these. If you're like myself and need readers, that's definitely a brand to check out. I will definitely be picking up some other ones. That's how much I love. Okay, now speaking of sunscreen, I picked up a new one to try, and this is from St. Jane. This is the Luxury Sun Ritual Pore Smoothing SPF 50, and wow. My friend Jenny told me to pick this up. She was like, you are going to love this. And so of course I do exactly what she tells me to do. And this is a really lovely mineral sunscreen. And what I will tell you is this one works as like the most beautiful primer before makeup. So sometimes I will double dip. I will use my favorite sunscreen is the Bloomeffects. This is the Tulip Dew Sunscreen Serum. This one's an SPF of 50, and I literally use this as my last step in my skincare routine. Kind of let that sink in, and there's sometimes when I don't immediately go do my makeup. So by the time I do my makeup, I will actually use this kind of as a primer because it just works so beautifully under foundation, and it also looks beautiful with just a teeny bit of concealer too. So this has been something I've been double dipping just because this one's a 30, the other's a 50. But I absolutely love this. If you're looking for a silky sort of luxurious SPF that just feels hydrating on the skin, but this one's definitely going to give like a little bit of a blur action. It is not drying, but it's definitely not going to leave you with a dewiness either, so it's kind of great for summer. This is definitely a standout sunscreen. Since we're talking about sunscreen, another one of my favorite sunscreens, and I also kind of like to use this as a primer, is from RMS Beauty. This is the Supernatural Radiance Serum Mineral Sunscreen. This one's going to give you like a beautiful glow. So this one, if you want a little glowy base underneath your foundation, or again, you can just wear this as your foundation, then I highly recommend this one too. Essentially, I'm a big believer in sunscreen, and I have an arsenal of sunscreens that I love, but I would tell you that my top 3 that I have been using, sometimes double dipping, are the Bloomeffects, St. Jane, and the RMS Beauty Supernatural. So someone told me a tip that I need to do is get the middle shade of the RMS Beauty, the next one up, and mix the two of them. That will be like my perfect foundation shade. So I think we might have to try that out. I like that idea. Okay, moving on to blush. I did pick up the new Westman AtelierBaby Cheeks blush in Coquette, and this one is like a must get for the summer. Is this just so beautiful? It is the perfect peachy pink blush. I am a little bit obsessed with this. This shade is just like fresh, youthful radiance in a little tube here. I absolutely love it. I thought I could show you this one in action. I've got a couple other blushes I want to show you, but this one has been in high rotation since I picked it up. I just think it is the perfect little flush of color, and I am just becoming like a major blush person. I just love it so much, and as I'm aging, I literally am becoming a blush person because I just literally feel like it lifts my complexion. If I kind of wear it a little higher up, I feel like it gives me a little temporary facelift. It is just fantastic. So this is an absolute yes if you are somebody who's looking for the perfect fresh pinky peach shade. You are going to love Coquette. Now, speaking of blushes, another blush launch that I just completely fell in love with are the ones from Lawless. This is the Pinch My Cheeks Soft Blur Cream Blushes. These are these awesome cream to powder formulas, and honestly, I love all 6 colors. I think they are fantastic. The one I have been wearing the most, I've actually been kind of combining a couple of them, but I love this one. This one's an Angel. It's just like kind of just this really natural, pretty rose, kind of a dusty rose color. And these are just so silky, easy to apply. They're going to come on like a cream blush, but they're going to dry down to a powder, and they're very long lasting. So I've been just loving this for like a natural little flush. That's Angel. I love this really bright one. I love this little pop of color here. This is Gumdrop, and then you can kind of take a little bit of this, add a little Gumdrop kind of in the apples, of the cheeks here. So pretty. That's what I'm saying. I've kind of been having fun playing with the different colors. We've got Valentine, super pop of pink, and then I love cherry pie. I know it looks kind of deep and dark in the pan, but honestly, it's going to give you just the perfect amount of little pop of flush on the cheeks, as if you had worked out and you've come home and you've got that little flush on the cheeks. So if you haven't checked these out and you're a fellow Lawless fan, I think you might like these blushes. You might have to get two. All of the colors are beautiful. Okay, I have one more blush to share with you. Clearly it was blush month for me, at least. And this one is from MAC. I had a little bit of fun going back to the classic MAC store, and I picked up this gorgeous blush, and this is called Warm Soul. So many of you already knew of this one. I always think I used Sweet Enough. It was the one I always used back in the day. And this one is just perfection. It's the Mineralize formulation. So number one, I love that formulation. Just MAC's a classic for a reason, and they still have so many awesome products. And this Warm Soul is like your perfect summer blush ever. I love this, and it also can kind of pair, like say you didn't want to like put bronzer on, or you kind of wanted a little bit of just soft warmth on the cheeks. We're gonna put on a lot of blush right now, but I'm just gonna show you warmth will just kind of warm up your skin, and it kind of doesn't look like ooh in the pan, but on the skin it looks amazing. I think it's because it's that Mineralize formulation, but this one is just so perfect. I absolutely love this shade. It is just gorgeous. I'm just gonna I really like it on my eyes as well. So I'm just gonna kind of put whatever's left on my eyes, but it's just a really gorgeous shade, gorgeous formula, and MAC is just a classic. Now, speaking of MAC, one of the best things I bought this past month was this unfiltered. This is the Unfiltered Nudes palette from MAC. This is like pretty much my dream palette here. Again, I was thinking about traveling and what I wanted to bring with me. I could not resist this palette because it pretty much has everything I love here. So this is the Unfiltered Nudes. I feel like everybody could use this in their collection. The eyeshadows are still a great formula, just like I remembered from back in the day. But I've just been having fun creating kind of neutral eye looks using this palette. And again, it's pretty much everything you need. You even have this dark color over here to use as eyeliner. One and done. You've got some of those beautiful shimmers, the classic mattes. I just love it, and this is definitely a really good price for a palette that's going to be so versatile. Now, another reason I popped in MAC was because this past month I had fun doing this Curate Your Style online color analysis, and I've been following the Curate Your Style Instagram account because my friend Stephanie had been telling me how awesome this Instagram account was, and we both had our colors done from House of Colors, had a great experience, but we both had some subtleties within the color analysis that we thought were not quite right. And so she had done the online color analysis with Curate Your Style, and she was like, this is an incredible service. You have got to try this. And although this is an online service, a lot of times people tell you the best is obviously in person when they're draping the cloths on on you. But you will upload your photos. It's going to be in natural light, no makeup, and then they will send your results. And what we both really enjoyed about this Curate Your Style color analysis is that they really get into the nitty-gritty of the undertone and the overtone and sort of the contrast and hues that you may have. And then of course with color analysis, there's going to be some kind of transitional shades as well. There's nothing written in stone. I'm still going to wear colors that I love and enjoy, but it does kind of help give you a little bit of a guideline when shopping, and just kind of like guides you in the right direction, because we generally naturally gravitate that way. So when I did my initial color analysis, I was pegged as a summer, kind of leaning towards a softer summer, soft and muted. But I often did wonder, there were certain warmer tones that I naturally gravitated towards. Like I really like warmer peachy shades on my eyes and such, and there were certain colors that like that they had said would look good on my lips that I was like, oh my gosh, I just cannot stand those colors. And again, you can wear whatever you want. And then when I did this analysis, what came up was that I'm one of these that's kind of in transition. They pegged me as a soft item, but just like slightly warm, just like barely there. But a couple of you all have said, you know what, I actually see some warmth in your skin, and I always agreed too. And so what Curate Your Style really did was that they were talking more about my undertone is just like slightly warm. I'm like neutral to slightly warm, but my overtone that will often yield in me getting like a cooler foundation and such, if it's not too pink, is that I have a cool overtone. And so that people who, kind of land in between a soft summer and a soft autumn, that you can wear both of those palettes, but that the key is that it's like softer hues, dustier hues. And when I was looking at the difference between the soft summer palette and the soft autumn palette, it is just such a slight difference. But I do love the fact that I was naturally sort of gravitating towards some warmer lip colors. I like those kind of dusty mauve rose, which will fall in to a slightly warmer soft autumn palette. So that is the reason why I also popped into MAC, because I wanted to play around with getting some more neutral eye tones. Some apricot is going to be like my best friend, like apricot blushes, some slightly warmer tones. And MAC is just such a great place to kind of play with color and such, because that's their whole philosophy with things as well. So the long and short of it is, if you are interested in color analysis, I highly recommend the Curate Your Style color analysis. I've sent several people and they have just loved their results. They really do a great job. I love the ladies there. They are based in London. The handout that you get, the description, the color personality, just all of that was super fascinating. And again, it's just a guideline. You get to do you, but I did find it super fascinating, and I definitely have been incorporating some of the recommendations that I received. So if you're interested, I can do a whole soft autumn kind of color analysis and show you what I got and kind of where I fall in between the soft summer and the soft autumn, kind of in between. So let me know if that's something that you'd be interested in seeing, because that could be a fun video as well. Okay, as far as foundation, I am going to tell you I'm still going strong on my SWEED Miracle Powder Foundation. I know I've been talking about it so much, but I absolutely love it. So just wanted to give a shout out once again. I think this is 3 months in a row with me sharing this foundation, but I love this on its own, but I also love to use this on top of two other products I'm about to show you. So wanted to mention that I will use this like as a finishing powder as well. Two other foundations that I am in love with. The first one is such a cool product, and this one is from Farrah Hamidi, and this is like the coolest product. This is a foundation with two different formulas. It also works like foundation, concealer. One side is a velvety sort of matte, I would say one of these modern mattes that are just gorgeous, so very velvety finish, and then the other up here is going to give you like a dewy finish, and I'm in the shade Burr right here. I think this is like light with a slight peach, I believe, undertone, and it is just gorgeous. This formula is creamy. It is just like so perfect. So here's a little swatch. I did both. So here's the kind of matte version, and then right here is the dewier one. And what I love is that you can put where you want it. So like I have been using this more like all over, or not all over, but kind of in the T-zone on my cheeks and such, and then I will use the dewier kind of like up here on the highlights if I want, but it's still gonna give me some beautiful coverage as well. So it's just a really unique product, and this is just so great for travel too, because you can use this as a concealer, you can use this as you know, foundation. It is just so versatile. She does just really good products, like her lip products, you know, everything has almost like a little finish. You can also start like with the dewier one, maybe as a primer, and then kind of put the more velvety on top. It's creative and it's so interesting. I'm like literally putting on new makeup as we're going along here. But this one, I just love it. I think it is unique. Again, like you can use the dewier formula kind of underneath your eyes for like a little more luminous lift with a touch of the more velvety one. I've just been having fun playing with this, so I highly recommend this, especially if you're somebody who loves kind of like cream products or cream foundations. This is just, it's silky. It is like so awesome because you're going to be able to apply like a thin layer that you can build up. It also like sinks in. It looks like skin. Isn't going to look like makeup at all, but it is going to give you coverage. So really, really awesome product, and I'm so proud of her because she is now in Sephora as well. I bought this from Violet Grey, but now I believe it's launched already, but you can get this at Sephora. Comes in several different shades. Super cool. Definitely recommend this. And I had wished that I picked up the buffer brush. You can use whatever brush you want, but I do, she has a specific she has a specific buffer brush that I think I would love. So I may be picking that up as well, but this is something that I am taking with me, that I'm going to travel with, and I'm just kind of obsessed with it. And then next, Chantecaille reformulated their Just Skin Tinted Moisturizer. This has been a long time, like decades worth of buying the Just Skin foundation, and I know oftentimes people get super worried when they change up the formulas, but I have to tell you, I love the new formula. Number one, for those of you that love the old formula, I don't feel like you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, it's changed so dramatically that you don't love it anymore. What I will tell you is basically they cleaned up the ingredient deck. Okay, so this is, you know, very eco and cleaned up formula, as well as they added in an ingredient, I believe it's a polysaccharide, that is going to be more hydrating to the skin. Now, that being said, it's not necessarily going to be super dewy looking, but it does feel like nicer and hydrating on more mature skin. But I do think my friends who are oily, I still think you're going to like this, because again, it's not going to be super dewy or anything like that. I just think it's like the perfect middle ground, if that makes sense, between adding a little bit more hydration into this formula, cleaning up the ingredient deck, and it does have no fragrance as well. And I picked this up in the shade Bliss. I also was matched to vanilla as well. Bliss is like perfect for right now. Vanilla totally would have worked as well, but Bliss just seemed to kind of blend effortlessly into the skin. So this is the shade Bliss, and it's described as light with a very, very, very slight peach undertone here, but as you can see, it's just going to kind of blend right in. Just like that. This is just fantastic. It has an SPF of 15. I always think of that as bonus. I'm not going to just depend on my tint to give me my sunscreen, but I do love the fact that it has a little extra bonus. So this is another one that I'm planning on taking with me for travel, because I like the idea of having little extra tint. This is also so easy to apply. Literally, boom, spread it on the face just like a moisturizer. Out the door you go. This does have more coverage than Future Skin, but it's just wonderful. It is fantastic. I love it, and I love the new formula. So I'm actually happy, because I had seen myself shifting from the original. Let's see if I have the original over here. Kind of just using Future Skin in a pot for so long, and I wondered why I wasn't using this as much. I think that it probably was a little slightly drying for my skin, and now the new formula is back in rotation. I'm kind of loving this. I've been using it so much since I picked it up. So wanted to mention this because it's a great new formula. They did not ruin it, I promise. Definitely worth checking out, and they expanded the shade ranges as well. Okay, the next thing is I'm going to give you a little heads up because I'm going to be traveling, but Chantecaille is going to be launching this amazing glow bundle set. And it includes two of my favorites. Basically, it is the Sheer Glow Rose tint along with the Sheer Glow. This is the Bronze Face tint. The other day I was using the Sheer Glow Bronze tint, and I love to mix this into my foundation. I also love to just tap it on as my bronzer. It is just such a gorgeous product. And then the rose one is just brightening. It makes a great facial primer, but it also can just be worn on its own. So one of the things I like to do is kind of use the rose like all over my face. Then I'll use the bronze where I want it, or I will mix it in the bronze with my tint here, for like the perfect kind of glowy bronze, because as I said, this one is like slightly light and might need to just kind of give it a little bit of a lift, and I can alter the color with my little face tints. So kind of a good little mix, but I absolutely love this little bundle, and I have a special code. It's going to be Glow with Abby for 30% off, but it does not start until the 20th. So hold tight on that, but that's the code you're going to use starting the 20th. So the code says it is valid from June to July 23rd. Glow with Abby, 30% off for this awesome glow bundle that's going to include the rose as well as the bronze tint in the most adorable travel kit, which again is perfect as I am packing here. Literally going to pack this little to-go kit and take it with me to... Okay, so besides the MAC Unfiltered nudes, I'm still on my Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal eye pencils. My two favorite are Cinnamon and Navy Noir. It makes the easiest eye ever, and I've been pretty much wearing that so exclusively. I just love these eye pencils so much, and it's just kind of an easy summer eye look. Has a little bit of impact. Cinnamon's nice bronzy brown, Navy Noir kind of pops my eyes just a little bit, but that's been my go-to. And then I went ahead and picked up her contour, the Stylus in Marble, and I am already a fan of Westman Atelier's contour face trace contour stick in Biscuit, but I wanted to go ahead and try hers, and I have to tell you, number one, I am loving the formula. This is Marble, and one thing that I do love about this is that I don't get such a big like streak. Like I literally can just sort of give a nice little line here. Just it's thinner, I guess is what I would say. This one's a little bit deeper of color here, just slightly. And I've just been loving this one for quick, easy contour. I love putting this like right in my eye, using this kind of like a little bit of eyeshadow here. I'm literally putting on like all the makeup today, but I just love using this color kind of right in the crease. It's a little bit deeper is what I would say. It's not quite as cool as Westman Atelier Biscuit, which I still love. Just wanting to try this since I had not picked this up. And this is one that I'm actually going to travel with because it's just a little bit slender, a little bit lighter. So the other product that is a must get if you're someone like me and you love her lip glosses, this lip gloss in Martini, number one, this is definitely a soft autumn shade. It's like a peachy pink gold lip gloss, and that is just the perfect color. I love this so much. So I was already a fan of her lip glosses, but Martini is my favorite. It's got a little bit of sparkle in here, but not, I guess I should say shimmer, possibly not necessarily sparkles, but I feel like it is just so beautiful on the lips. It's got enough color to it. It looks beautiful on its own. It looks beautiful topped on other lipsticks. It is just like such a great color. Highly recommend it. I was kind of just picking up a few extras when I was picking up my Navy Noir, like repurchasing that pencil, and I've just been like, oh my gosh, I love those products. So again, these are all going with me on my trip, and I often like to just line my lips. I've got another SWEED product that I'm obsessed with. I love, love, love her lip liners. My favorite is the Dream Bigger lip liner, and then I picked up this one in Barely There. These are just creamy. I like to sort of fill in my entire lip, kind of like lipstick, and then top it with my favorite gloss. I've got Barely There and then Dream Bigger. So if you just want sort of a nude look, you're going to go with Barely There. If you want a little bit more color on your lips, Dream Bigger is a fantastic color. I usually I tend to use this one a little bit more, but I've just been loving their lip liners. I pretty much love all of SWEED products. I love everything about that brand. Oh, and that is actually a brand. I do have a code, Abby20 for 20% off SWEED. So I will leave that down in the description box. When I have codes, I try to remember, but always leave them down in the description box. But highly recommend that brand. It is like so good. I just have been loving everything. Their Air blushes in Sun Touched. Oh my gosh, that's another one. I didn't get it in May, but I love that one. So if you haven't tried their blushes, check those out as well. Okay, quickly, I want to show you the most gorgeous dress I got. I fell in love with the brand Sue Sartor when I was in New Orleans, and then they also sell some of her dresses at Anthropologie. And I picked up this gorgeous dress. This is just like so stunning on the color story of this dress is just so beautiful. I literally am obsessed. So these are small batch dresses, and this is just such the prettiest design. And this one's long sleeve. I love the collar. This is a belt. I love to kind of cinch the waist, but isn't this so pretty? That's what I'm saying, is the design of these dresses are just so gorgeous. For size, I wear a size small in Sue Sartor dresses. And let me show you the other side of the belt. I mean, it is just literally the most beautiful dress. Let me show you the bottom. I'll also pop up a picture of me wearing this dress. It is feminine, it is beautiful, it is unique. I love this dress. I love all the styles. The first one I bought was sleeveless, and now I got one that's a little bit like 3/4 of sleeve here, long sleeve. It's just 100% cotton. I'm like, love this brand so much. She's just a feminine, beautiful dress, and I feel like she knows how to dress women's bodies. And this is a brand that has a store in New Orleans. So when we were on our trip to New Orleans, I actually got to meet the owner. She had just been popping in the store with her husband. So it was also fun to actually meet the owner. She's just as cool as you would think she is. And I just love her kind of design, her philosophy of the dresses. And I just literally am going to be collecting more dresses along the way because I love them so much. And then a more casual piece that I absolutely love that is perfect for summer is this lightweight cotton cashmere cardigan from Quince. That's another brand that I just love their basics. The price is right. The quality is fantastic. You literally cannot go wrong with Quince. My bag is literally packed up with my Quince essentials as we speak. I will link that video because I just did that capsule wardrobe video. But I love, like, one of my most favorite pieces that I have gotten from Quince is this cotton cashmere cardigan sweater. It is lightweight. I love this heathered oatmeal color. It is just like my perfect beige shade, soft sweater, and still be nice and cool and all of that. So another piece that is coming with me that I love. And then on the fragrance front, I was hoping to do a whole video about my experience, but my husband and I were invited to a Creed perfume event where we got to meet Miklos Gazinski, who is like a brand ambassador who had flown in for this event, and it was just like so much fun. So I have created a bit of a monster with my husband, who was never really interested in cologne and such until I introduced him to Creed, and then he fell in love with the GOAT. That is Aventus for men. And then that's just one of his favorite scents ever. But for Father's Day, I wanted to get him a new scent. So of course I was going to get him Creed since he loves that brand and aesthetic and all of that. So we went to this event and it was so much fun. Like we had the best time. I learned so much about the brand, the ingredients, the materials that they use, and like the stories behind all of the scents. So I really want to do like a true on Creed video, fragrance video for you because I learned so much that night. But we ended up getting my hubby a bottle of green Irish tweed. Mikkel Gazinski, the brand ambassador, kind of helped people kind of find their scents. But my husband had already been intrigued by that one. His favorite place is like Scotland, and he kind of liked that, you know, slightly green note. But he just completely fell in love with Irish green tweed that I got for him for Father's Day, and we were able to get the bottle engraved. He also ended up loving Viking cologne, the cologne one, which is the orange bottle. We did not get that, but he's already like has it in his head that he wants to get it. And then Bois de Portugal. So that was another one that's kind of on his list. But for Father's Day, I did buy him a bottle of green Irish tweed, and that is going to be like a fougere that's got that kind of a little bit of a green element to it. But I have to say it has this very comforting smell as it dries down. I almost want to say slightly powdery, but when I say that, it's kind of like, you know, the fougere is like an aromatic kind of uplifting scent, and then it's definitely got a little bit of this greenness in it. And then as it settles down on him, it's just like giving yourself a really big hug. It just smells like classy and just a true like classic scent, and he is beyond thrilled with it. And then Mikkel kind of helped guide me because I'm already a fan of Sublime Vanille from Creed. That's like my ultimate scent. And he introduced me to White Flowers. Now, this is a scent that I was not even remotely like interested in. I used to wear a lot of like white florals back in the 80s, and I just was sort of, you know, I don't always gravitate towards those tuberose and gardenia and those kind of scents very much. And so White Flowers, just, I never even smelled it before. So as we were talking, he was like, I want you to try this on your skin. And he sprayed the White Flowers on me, and I was like, oh my gosh, how have I been sleeping on this fragrance for so long because just not interested. And he described this as, you know, walking outside into a garden fresh in the morning where there's literally like dew on the white florals. So this fragrance smells like fresh jasmine in the morning that has morning dew on it. So I love the smell of fresh jasmine. Like I like right now it's blooming all over the neighborhood, and I love it, love it. But think of like almost a teeny bit of a watery accord on top of it, or just a slight dew on it so it's not so potent. That is what I just completely fell in love with. And lo and behold, my husband like smelled it on me and was like, oh my gosh, this smells like you. He's like, this smells incredible on you, and it like smells like you. And then of course we had all these other people who were there, and they were all smelling me, and you know, fragrance smells different on everybody. And so next thing you know, my husband was purchasing this beautiful White Flowers for me. And, you know, number one, stunning, stunning Beautiful bottle, love that. But I am like so obsessed with this fragrance because I've been sort of on the hunt for, I was telling people I kind of wanted like a shampoo note or a soapy kind of note, kind of like a fresh scent. But then when I was going and smelling, you know, fragrances that like Blanche from Byredo that definitely smells like soap, and some of the other ones I was like, nope, that's not what I want. But I want something that's sort of, I think what I wanted was something that was fresh, a little bit invigorating, but also kind of had a little bit of a clean note to it, but not like soap or cleaning products. And so this is described as a floral, fresh, fruity jasmine scent. And again, I had no interest in this fragrance. I really have been trying to decide if I wanted Jardin d'Amalfi, which, by the way, he put on my husband, not myself, and it smelled incredible on him. Once I got home and read the notes, I was like, of course I love this. In the top notes, you got lemon, violet leaves, green apple, and pear. And I literally have figured out I love pear in scents. I think it's because it adds a little bit of fruitiness, a little bit of sweetness, but it's not too sweet. And I love there's like that kind of tart apple in here. I would say it's like kind of green apple in here, but it's not super sharp. In the heart notes, you've got sambac, jasmine, geranium, and rose. And I have to tell you, the jasmine in here is just like, just stunning. It's just a beautiful jasmine scent. So if you are somebody like myself who likes jasmine, but maybe you don't like that kind of indolic jasmine scent, I think you might have to get your nose on this. Then it is narcissus, musk, and cedarwood in the base. So I love kind of having a little bit of that woodiness, and that musk gives that kind of, it has a little bit of that Creed clean musk DNA in it. Honestly, this is exactly what I have been looking for. I can't get enough of it. I love it so much. And when the gentleman guided me towards this fragrance, I was kind of like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. I didn't say that to him, but when the gentleman took me over, he's like, your personality seems to sort of match this fragrance. He's like, just try this on, wear it around if this isn't the one. But he was like, this perfume just sort of embodies you and your personality. And I think it was when my husband like smelled me and he was just like, honestly, this smells like you. I'm getting this for you because I love it on you. So this was like a little early anniversary present. We will have been married 25 or actually 28 years. We'll have been married for 28 years coming up. That was like a little special gift from my husband for our anniversary. So wanted to mention this beauty. I definitely feel like if you are somebody who loves jasmine scents, but you're looking for something that is fresh, floral, it has a little bit of a fun element to it. It's not too heady, it's not too strong, but it's got enough oomph to it. I feel like you're gonna love this. So if we have similar vibes and taste, I definitely would tell you to go get your nose on this. Let me know what you think. You really kind of need to wear it, let it develop, and just see if it feels like you too. Because if it kind of is perfume that just kind of smells like you and feels like you, it just is such a fun experience. So long and short of it, we had such a fun time at the Creed event, and I will do a standalone video about that and kind of share like some of the stories that he shared with the scents and such. So let me know if there's any particular ones that you're intrigued by, because I can try to tell you kind of like how he described it. Okay, so those are my May favorites. I will be traveling for the next few weeks, so I would love for you to follow me on Instagram. We are going over to Italy to see my daughter. We will be going to Rome, Palermo and Milan. Maybe we have a couple other possible day trips, but we're not sure yet. But if you follow me on Instagram, I will be posting up on stories some fun things. And if you have any suggestions for shopping and such, let me know. We're just planning on going and having a really fun family vacation. My son is going, my daughter's already there. So we're gonna go and soak in the Italian culture, and I can't wait to share what I discover there. I will be out of pocket for just a couple weeks, so when I come back, I hope to have some more fun content for you. And I'm wishing everybody a fantastic next couple of weeks. Enjoy your summer, and I'll be back with a video soon enough.